Hello, we are discussing about GATE 2007 ECE paper, and this question is related to analog circuits. In a transconductance amplifier, it is desirable to have. So what are the desirable characteristics of transconductance amplifier in terms of input resistance and output resistance? So what it requires, whether it is large Ri or small Ri, whether it is going to be large R0 or small R0. Okay. So if you are going to see with transconductance amplifier, a transconductance amplifier accepts input as voltage signal and it produces output as current signal. So the output current which is flowing through the load RL, which is going to be treated as output quantity, which is I0, and it is current, and it accepts voltage as input signal. That implies nothing but we will supply input signal as voltage. So this is Vs for this one, and every voltage source will have some internal resistance, that is Rs. So this is what transconductance amplifier. Okay, so transconductance amplifiers accepts a voltage signal as input and produces output signal as current. And ideally I0 is equal to transconductance gain times of input voltage. Transconductance gain is indicated as Gm into Vs. This is what ideal. So ideal situation is nothing but output current is going to be transconductance gain times of input signal, that is Vs. But practically if you see at that time, the internal architecture of transconductance amplifier will be consisting of internal resistance Ri along with a current source. Okay, and every current source will have some output resistance, that is in parallel. So this is what internal structure of transconductance amplifier. For that one, now you are going to apply a input voltage signal through a source resistance, that is Vs, and output is going to be connected through a load. This is what RL. So current flowing through RL is nothing but I0, Vs is nothing but input signal through Rs, and transconductance will have some internal resistance as Ri, and this is what R0, and here this current source is going to be indicated as Gm times. Gm is nothing but transconductance gain of transconductance amplifier, gain of transconductance amplifier Gm times of Vi. Vi is nothing but effective input signal which is going to be present across input terminals of transconductance amplifier, that is nothing but this is Vi is nothing but effective input voltage across its terminals. Vs is the actual input signal applied. Out of that one, something is going to be dropping across Rs. Whatever remains, that will be applied as effective input signal. So this is what we are going with. Ideally what we expect is I0 is equal to Gm times of Vs. To get this situation, what must be the Ri and R0? So those are going to be treated as desirable values. Okay, now I0 will be equal to, first case, I0 can be written as I0 is equal to, using current division rule, Gm times of Vi into R0 divided by R0 plus RL. So what we expect is nothing but I0 is equal to Gm into Vi. When I0 will be equal to Gm into Vi is nothing but this is I0 will be equal to Gm times of Vi if R0 is very large compared to load resistance RL. So if R0 is very large, at that time I0 is equal to Gm times of Vi. Whatever the current source generated internally, that will be supplied to the load. If R0 is very large compared to RL, this equation we are writing using current division rule. Similarly, okay, and this Vi, when it will become Vs, because whenever Vi is equal to Vs, then we can say it as I0 is equal to Gm times of Vs. So when Vi is equal to will become Vs. Vi equation using voltage division rule, you can write it as Ri divided by Ri plus Rs multiplied by Rs multiplied by Vs. So this is what actual equation for the Vi, and from this one you can write Vi is approximately equal to Vs if Ri is very large compared to RS. Okay, so if Ri is very large, then Vi will become Vs. By that time I0 will be equal to Gm times of Vs. So you will get this ideal situation if these two conditions are going to be satisfied. That is, R0 will be greater than RL and Ri must be greater than Rs. So R0 and Ri must be very large. So that implies nothing but a large value of input resistance and a large value of output resistance is required. So the right answer for this question is A. A transconductance amplifier, it is desirable to have a large input resistance and a large output resistance. Okay, so that maximum gain is going to be provided for the applied input signal. Thank you.